Have you ever felt something deep inside of you, a stirring that you couldn't quite explain? Maybe it was a moment of clarity, a surge of energy, or a sense of overwhelming peace that washed over you, even in the most chaotic moments. You might have thought it was just a coincidence or a passing feeling. But what if I told you these could be signs that God is speaking to you? The truth is, God doesn't always speak to us in ways we expect. Sometimes His presence is felt physically, in subtle signs that communicate something much deeper. Understanding these signs can bring clarity to your life and show you that God is always present, guiding and speaking to you through your body, heart, and soul. If you're wondering whether God is trying to tell you something, pay close attention to these physical signs that might be happening in your life. One of the first physical signs that God might be speaking to you is a sudden surge of energy that seems to come out of nowhere. You could be going about your day, feeling tired and drained, and suddenly, a burst of energy lifts you up. This energy might come when you least expect it, perhaps at a moment when you need it most. It's not just the kind of energy you get from drinking coffee or taking a quick nap. It's a deeper spiritual energy that seems to come from within, almost as if it's been given to you for a purpose. You might feel inspired to take action, to pursue something you've been putting off, or even to step into a new chapter in your life. This sudden burst of energy could be God encouraging you to take action, to step out in faith, and to move forward with something that aligns with His will for you. It's His way of giving you the strength and motivation you need to move forward, even when you feel weak. On the other hand, God may also use physical signs of exhaustion or fatigue to get your attention. Sometimes we push ourselves too hard, ignoring the need for rest and reflection. If you suddenly feel overwhelmingly tired or depleted, it could be a sign that God is asking you to slow down, take a break, and recharge. God knows our limits, and He will sometimes use fatigue as a way of reminding us to rest. This physical sign is an invitation to pause, reflect, and take time to reconnect with God. It's not just about taking a nap. It's about giving your body and spirit the rest they need so that you can continue to serve and live with clarity and purpose. When you feel this kind of exhaustion, it might be a call from God to trust His timing and allow Him to restore your strength. Another common physical sign that God is speaking to you comes in the form of goosebumps or tingling sensations. You know those moments when something deep resonates within you, whether it's a powerful sermon, a piece of scripture, or a life-changing realization. In these moments, you might feel goosebumps or a tingling sensation running through your body. These physical reactions are not random. They are your body's way of responding to something significant. When you experience goosebumps or tingling, it could be God's way of confirming that what you are hearing, feeling, or experiencing is aligned with His truth. It's like a physical confirmation from the Holy Spirit, affirming that the message you are receiving is from God. These sensations are often accompanied by a deep sense of knowing, as if something within you just clicks into place. The next time you feel this physical reaction, take a moment to listen closely. God might be affirming something important in your life. Sometimes, God speaks to us through our heart. If you've ever experienced a sudden or intense sensation in your chest, it could be a sign that God is calling you to pay attention to your emotions and your heart's desires. It's not always easy to explain, but when you feel a heavy or racing heart, it could be God nudging you towards something. Heart palpitations or a racing heart may occur when you're about to make an important decision or when you're about to encounter something life-changing. This physical sign can feel like a rush of adrenaline, reminding you that something significant is happening. It could also be a sign that God is prompting you to take action or to step into a new season of your life. When you feel this physical sign, it's important to check in with your emotions and your spirit. Ask God to guide you in your decisions and to give you clarity on what He's calling you to do. In moments of chaos or confusion, God might speak to you through a profound sense of peace. Have you ever experienced a sudden calmness, like a gentle wave washing over you, when everything around you is falling apart? It can happen in the midst of stress, anxiety, or overwhelming circumstances. This sense of peace doesn't make sense in the natural realm, but it's God's way of letting you know that He's in control and that you can trust Him with whatever you're facing. This peace doesn't necessarily solve all your problems, but it brings reassurance and comfort, reminding you that God is present and working behind the scenes. It's a sign that God is guiding you, giving you the strength to endure and the calmness to navigate through challenges. If you feel this peace, especially when you're going through tough situations, take it as a sign from God that He's got everything under control and that He will carry you through whatever you're facing. Lastly, God might speak to you through physical sensations of clarity or heightened awareness. Perhaps you've experienced moments where your senses feel sharper than usual, where you notice things that were once hidden or unclear. You may suddenly understand something in a new way, or a situation that once seemed confusing becomes crystal clear. This heightened sense of awareness is often a sign that God is opening your eyes to something you need to see. It's like your physical senses are being heightened to help you discern the truth and understand God's will more clearly. Whether it's a sudden realization about a relationship, a career decision, or a personal challenge, this physical clarity is a sign that God is revealing something to you. It's as if your body is reacting to God's presence, helping you tune into His guidance and wisdom. Another sign that God is speaking to you is the experience of feeling the deep sense of heaviness or weight in your body, especially in moments of decision or significant change. It may feel as though the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and you can't seem to shake the feeling, no matter what you do. At first glance, this may seem like just a natural response to stress, but sometimes this heaviness can be God's way of communicating to you that you are being called to a deeper level of responsibility or commitment. It's a physical reaction that reflects a spiritual burden, something that needs your attention. When this heaviness comes, God may be asking you to consider your choices carefully, to seek His wisdom and guidance, and to acknowledge the weight of the decision at hand. In such moments, instead of trying to push through the discomfort, it's important to pause and reflect. That physical weight may be a divine nudge, encouraging you to surrender your worries to God. Often, this heaviness is accompanied by a subtle prompting in your spirit, urging you to prayerfully consider your next steps. God is speaking to you not only through the heaviness you feel, but also through the overwhelming sense of peace and clarity that follows once you surrender those burdens. This is a reminder that you don't have to carry everything alone, and God is here to help you navigate whatever you're facing. Additionally, another powerful physical sign that God may be speaking to you is the sensation of warmth or heat in certain parts of your body. It's as if a gentle fire is kindled within you, radiating through your chest, arms, or hands. Many people report experiencing this sensation during intense moments of prayer, worship, or deep meditation. This warmth can symbolize God's presence, filling you with His love and affirming that He is near. Sometimes, this warmth manifests in specific body parts, such as your hands or heart, indicating that God is speaking to you about using your gifts or your heart to serve others. When you feel this warmth, it can be a sign that God is confirming your calling or guiding you toward a path of action. This sensation of warmth can also be accompanied by a profound sense of peace or assurance, as though God is reminding you that you are on the right track. In moments of doubt, when you feel uncertain about the direction you're headed in, this warmth can provide comfort and clarity. It may be God's way of reassuring you that His presence is with you, guiding you toward the right path. It's not just physical warmth. It's a sign that God is igniting something inside of you, a passion or purpose that you are meant to follow. God may also speak to you through physical symptoms of restlessness or unease in your body. If you've ever felt jittery, fidgety, or unable to sit still in a moment of indecision or confusion, it could be a sign that God is urging you to make a move. When your body feels restless, it's often a physical manifestation of a deeper yearning in your spirit for change or action. This restlessness might come when you are at a crossroads, unsure of the next step to take, or when you're facing a significant life decision. God may be using this discomfort to get your attention, encouraging you to step out of your comfort zone and take action. It's a physical sign that God is calling you to make a change or to trust Him with your next steps. The discomfort you feel may not always be obvious or overwhelming, but if you find yourself unable to focus or feeling unsettled, it's important to reflect on your current situation. Ask yourself if there is an area of your life where God is calling you to move, to change, or to trust Him more fully. This restlessness can often precede breakthrough and transformation, signaling that God is preparing you for something new. When this physical sign occurs, it may be time to listen more closely to what God is asking you to do, as the restlessness is a clue that something significant is about to unfold. Finally, when God is speaking to you, you may experience an increase in physical sensitivity to the world around you. This heightened awareness can show up in many forms. Perhaps you become more attuned to the emotions of others, more sensitive to the needs of people around you, or more aware of the beauty and wonder in your environment. This physical sensitivity is a sign that God is opening your heart to deeper levels of compassion, understanding, and empathy. He may be calling you to a life of service or to be more present with those who need your support. This heightened sensitivity can also be God's way of prompting you to act on behalf of others, whether it's offering a listening ear, providing support, or taking action to make the world around you better. You may feel a deep compassion for those who are suffering, or an intense desire to serve in a particular way. Your physical sensitivity to the world is a sign that God is cultivating a heart of service within you, guiding you toward living out your faith in tangible ways. As you become more attuned to the needs of others, you may find yourself moved to action in ways you hadn't before, stepping out in faith to meet the needs of those around you. As you experience an increase in sensitivity to the world around you, another physical sign that God is speaking to you is an increase in dreams or visions. These aren't ordinary dreams. They are vivid, often filled with symbolism, and seem to carry deeper meanings that stir your spirit long after you wake up. You may wake up feeling as though the dream was a message, or you may find yourself reflecting on it throughout the day. God often uses dreams and visions as a way to communicate with His people, especially during times when He wants to reveal something significant about your life or your calling. These dreams and visions may contain prophetic elements, warnings, or guidance for the decisions you're facing. For example, you might dream about a specific situation, person, or place, and upon waking, you sense that it holds a deeper truth about your current circumstances. You may also have dreams that challenge you to confront fears, let go of certain things, or change direction in your life. These vivid dreams are often accompanied by a sense of urgency or importance that urges you to take action or make a change. If you've experienced such dreams or visions, it's important to take them seriously and seek God's interpretation. While not all dreams are prophetic, there are times when God uses our dreams as a tool to guide and direct us. Taking time to reflect on what you've experienced, praying for understanding, and asking God to clarify the message can help you uncover the deeper meaning behind these dreams. These visions can be a powerful sign that God is trying to speak to you, urging you to pay attention and take the next steps in your journey of faith. God also speaks through physical sensations that are often linked to your emotions or intuition. For example, when you're in the presence of certain people or in particular situations, you might feel a sudden rush of warmth or peace, as though God's presence is there, guiding and affirming you. This can happen during moments of prayer, worship, or even in casual conversations when you're talking about something deeply personal or spiritual. In these moments, it's as though God is wrapping you in His love and reassuring you that you're on the right path. Similarly, you may experience what some describe as a check in your spirit. This physical sensation might manifest as a sudden unease or discomfort in your stomach, chest, or heart area. It's a warning sign from God that something isn't quite right or that you need to be cautious. These checks aren't always loud or dramatic, but come through as an inner knowing or warning. It's your spirit becoming alert to something God wants to bring to your attention, whether it's a situation you need to avoid or a decision you need to reconsider. When you feel this inner prompt or check, It's important to slow down and listen. This is a physical manifestation of God's communication through your own intuition. It may be subtle, but it carries weight and significance. By paying attention to these physical sensations, you can gain a deeper understanding of how God is working in your life and leading you to make choices aligned with His will. Another sign that God may be speaking to you through physical sensations is the experience of overwhelming peace. This peace can come over you in moments of uncertainty or distress, when you feel surrounded by chaos, or when you're unsure about the future. In these moments, despite everything being in turmoil, you might feel an inexplicable calmness that settles within you, and it's as if God's presence is gently comforting you. This peace isn't something you can manufacture on your own. It's a divine reassurance that everything will be okay, that God is in control, and that you can trust Him to guide you through difficult situations. This peace is often accompanied by a sense of clarity and purpose. It's as if the fog lifts and you're able to see things clearly, knowing exactly what to do next. It may come in the midst of prayer, or it may appear when you're simply resting and reflecting on the choices in front of you. This overwhelming sense of peace is a sign that God is speaking to you, offering you comfort and direction. It's a reminder that no matter the challenges you face, His presence will always be there to guide you through. Finally, one of the most significant physical signs that God is speaking to you is the feeling of being drawn to certain places or people in your life. This can feel like an invisible force pulling you towards something or someone, often without fully understanding why. This attraction or pull can lead you to new opportunities, relationships, or experiences that are in alignment with God's plan for your life. You may feel inexplicably drawn to a specific church, a mentor, or a community that shares your values. It's as though God is guiding you into the right environment where you can grow spiritually and connect with others who will help you fulfill your calling. Similarly, you might feel a strong sense of purpose or direction when meeting certain people. God may use these physical pulls to bring people into your life who will serve as guides, helpers, or sources of encouragement on your journey. Being drawn to these places or people is not random. It's a divine sign that God is leading you into the right opportunities. These physical signs indicate that God is working behind the scenes to orchestrate the events and relationships that will help you live out your purpose and fulfill your destiny. Trust these pulls and be open to the guidance that God is giving you through these experiences. Another important sign that God is speaking to you physically is a sudden sense of urgency or promptings in your spirit that lead you to act or speak at specific moments. You may feel a stirring or a nudge in your heart that compels you to reach out to someone, take action on an idea, or follow through with something you've been putting off. This sensation can be hard to ignore, almost as though an invisible force is pushing you to move forward, even if it doesn't make complete sense at first. This urging is often accompanied by a sense of deep conviction that what you're doing is aligned with God's will. You might feel excited or motivated in a way that goes beyond your natural abilities or desires. For example, you may suddenly feel compelled to help someone, to start a project, or to give a word of encouragement to someone who is struggling. These moments often come when you least expect them, but they can have a significant impact on your life and on others. They are physical signs that God is speaking to you and directing you towards specific actions. When you experience this sense of urgency or prompting, it's crucial to respond. This is God working through you, moving you in ways that help fulfill His purpose in your life and in the lives of others. These moments of divine intervention can lead to powerful encounters, connections, and breakthroughs that wouldn't have been possible without that nudge from God. Sometimes, these physical signs come as overwhelming feelings of joy, peace, or clarity that seem to appear unexpectedly during prayer, worship, or quiet moments of reflection. You might feel a deep sense of gratitude or a rush of joy, as though you are fully in tune with God's presence. This joy doesn't come from external circumstances, but from the deep assurance that you are on the right path and that God's hand is upon your life. This is a powerful sign that God is speaking to you, offering His confirmation and encouragement. These moments of spiritual joy can also be accompanied by physical sensations, like a tingling or warmth in your chest or head. These sensations are not merely coincidental. They are manifestations of God's presence, confirming His words, actions, and plans for your life. They can happen when you hear a sermon that resonates deeply with you, when you are praying or worshiping, or even when you are meditating on a passage from the Bible that speaks to your heart. These physical signs are a way for God to affirm that He is near and that you are in His will. In times of hardship or trial, when it feels like you are alone or lost, you may experience God's voice through physical manifestations of comfort. This comfort might come in the form of a gentle touch or warmth that seems to surround you, or even in the form of someone reaching out to offer support at exactly the right moment. These physical signs remind you that God is with you, even in the darkest times. They are His way of saying, "I am here with you, and you are not alone." This presence is a reminder that God's love and support are always with you, guiding you through the tough times and showing you the way forward. Finally, one of the most profound physical signs that God is speaking to you is a deep sense of spiritual conviction or a heightened awareness of His presence, even in ordinary moments. This might manifest as an overwhelming sense of awe or reverence when you least expect it, or a profound understanding of something spiritual that you hadn't fully grasped before. You might suddenly find yourself overwhelmed with emotion during a quiet moment of reflection or worship, sensing God's presence in a powerful way that stirs your heart and soul. This deep conviction is a reminder that God is always present, always communicating with you, even in the quietest and most ordinary moments of your life. When you experience this deep awareness of His presence, it's an invitation to listen more closely, to pay attention to His voice, and to continue seeking His guidance in all things. These physical signs are not just coincidences. They are God's way of drawing you closer, confirming His purpose for you, and reminding you that He is always speaking to you. As you continue down your path, trust that the signs you've received from God are not random or coincidental. They are His way of drawing closer to you, to guide you on your journey. Remember, these physical signs of God speaking to you are an invitation to connect more deeply, to trust in the process, and to rely on His wisdom. Whether it's the signs in nature, sudden bursts of energy, or profound feelings of peace, God's presence is being felt in your life in unique ways. When you notice these signs, don't ignore them. Take time to reflect on what they could mean. Embrace the opportunity for growth and understanding. Seek clarity through prayer, meditation, or just quiet reflection. God often speaks in subtle ways, but if you're open and attentive, His voice will become clearer to you over time. These signs serve as reminders that you are never alone. Even when it feels like you're facing life's challenges on your own, remember that God is always there, guiding you with every step. And when you encounter these physical signs, it's a confirmation that He's been with you all along, always watching over you. So when you feel that sensation of tingling in your body, experience sudden waves of heat, or notice unusual synchronicities unfolding in your life, take a moment to acknowledge them. God's presence in your life is not just a distant concept. It is alive and real, and it's showing itself through these physical signs. You are not just living. You are being actively guided toward the life He has planned for you. The journey of faith isn't always easy, but these physical signs are there to help you navigate the uncertainties and challenges you may face. They are God's way of saying, "I am here with you every step of the way." Remember, the more you open your heart and mind to His presence, the more you will recognize the signs that speak directly to you. Stay connected, stay in tune, and keep listening, because the more you do, the more you'll witness the power and love of God at work in your life. As you move forward, keep these signs in mind. They're not just coincidences. They are spiritual clues pointing you toward a deeper understanding of your connection with God. Trust in the path ahead, knowing that with each sign, you are being led closer to your divine purpose. Take this message with you as you continue your journey. Keep your eyes and ears open for the signs that are meant for you. They are part of your spiritual growth, And with each sign, God is preparing you for something greater. You are not alone, and He is always speaking to you. The signs are there. Are you listening?